We welcome all parishioners and also all guests visiting from outside and also from within the Archdiocese. Today we welcome a group of young pilgrims from Frassati Catholic High School here who are making a pilgrimage to every church, Catholic church downtown and nearby. They're getting ready for World Youth Day when they have to march a long time in Portugal. So welcome, Frassati. Thank you for coming today. Thanks, sister. Thanks. Sisters and brothers, you wouldn't be surprised, but it's amazing. In the books, the directions for priests preaching today, it says, the long passion should be followed by a very brief homily. Well, I shall obey. I told you about the earthquake before the liturgy began at the Blessing of Homes. Did you hear it? The earthquake when Christ died. The earthquake. Matthew is one of the few who records that particular thing. Notice how many times Matthew's Passion account says this is in fulfillment of the Scriptures. Matthew's Gospel was written for an intensely Jewish Christian community. The point of the fulfillment of Jesus of all that the Old Testament had said and had given is very important to Matthew. It is also a reason, I think, that Matthew's Gospel is somewhat hard on the Jewish leadership at the time of Jesus' death, with statements made that unfortunately have been used in church history against the Jewish community, which we should never do. The bitterness of those days should not remind us that we act in any kind of revenge. Another point of Matthew's Passion narrative, he's the only one that mentions Pilate's wife. Fascinating. Why? Probably a local tradition in Jerusalem. None of the other Passion narratives in Luke or John or Mark mention it. With the others, though, Matthew is very, very intense on what happens at the death of Jesus, because all along, moving towards the death of Jesus, it seems as though he's being abandoned by almost everyone, even to the point that near his death, Jesus cries out, "Father, also are you abandoning me?" I might add those words of Psalm 23 or Psalm 22, which Jesus uttered and which we use today in our responsorial psalm, are also the words Pope Francis used today on Palm Sunday, commenting on them to all the crowds in the city of Rome. No doubt, thinking about his own recent hospitalization and mindful that Jesus is with all of those who seem bereft, who seem alone, isolated, fearful, bewildered, that Jesus participated in all those things in order to save them and save us. We should keep that in mind. Thus, did the Father answer Jesus' cry? That's the point of the earthquake and what happens at that time. The veil of the temple is torn in two from top to bottom. The presence of God in all his holiness is no longer going to be in the Holy of Holies of the Temple of Jerusalem, as beautiful as it was, since it contained the commandments and the manna. No, the Holy of Holies is not going to be anywhere now except in the broken body of Jesus. And that broken body he has distributed to all of those who call on him. It's one of the most powerful scenes in the Passion narratives. May the Lord Jesus and his Father, to whom he was so obedient, be with you all this week. Though all kinds of things are going on, at least today and tomorrow in this great city, the rest of the week I hope we can dedicate a lot to what happened in Holy Week and what can happen in our hearts. If you don't take some time for it, it doesn't make a difference. So a holy, holy week to you. May it be blessed and glorious for you and for us all.